What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. We are doing our fresh playthrough of Dungeon Defenders Awakened during the Lycan's Keep era, and we are doing a speed run to Massacre mode. So we're going to try to get to Massacre with as few maps played as possible. We're going to mix it up. We're going to go through campaign and survival. However, we are ready to skip the entire rest of medium mode. We did the first two maps, Deeper Well and Ancient Mines. We're now going to skip to Ancient Mines Hard. But before we get that done, let's take a look at the loot. Last time around, we did have some weapons dropped. However, that Mercenary's crossbow, the rogue's default weapon, is quite powerful. So I'm not sure if we're going to find anything better than that for a while. Now, our main hand weapon, we could definitely probably find something else for. Yeah, it just doesn't look like there's anything good here for the rogue yet. So nothing there. Now, we wanted malicious stuff on the rogue. So let's see. Let's go ahead and equip that piece. We've got a head here we can equip. We're looking for some militia gloves. And there we go. We actually have some. So nice. We've got our very first set bonus going here with the Militia's Might. Now remember, it's not just about what type of gear it is now, it's about this set bonus. So, of course, I'm looking for Militia's Might. You see here, it's a militia piece, but it's Inspired Defense, so an entirely different set. So I am going to do the Militia's Might set, which is going to give me a 40% stat bonus to any stats that are on my armor pieces. It looks like that's about all we can do for our rogue, though. Let's take a look at the Warden. The Warden is in guard stuff. So I just want to look and see if there's any upgrades here. Let's see. That's a lateral move. That would be a lateral move. And that's a different set. So nothing else we can really do on the Warden yet. How about the Huntress? The Huntress is in minor gear, so we're looking for Miner's Moxie is the set that we want to use here. And let's see if there's any ups. That is an upgrade. That's actually better than the one I just equipped. That's Inspired Defense, so it's a different set, even though it is the minor piece. And that is all the minor gear we have. Now, how about on our Monk? We wanted to go Ancient. And we are looking for Ancient Authority is the set that we're going to be focusing on the Monk. There is a couple of pieces here. And anything better there? Nothing better there. So that's all we've got so far on the Monk. For our EV is in Primitive Gear. Now, the Primitive Gear we want is Primitive Power is the set we're looking for. We've got a piece there, and now we just need some gloves. And we might have a new armor set completely put together. Let's see. Do we have any primitive gloves in the mix? Sadly, it appears not. And then last but not least, we have our rogue. And I already went through the rogue gear. So that is all we've got out of the run so far. So we're just going to go ahead and sell off everything in our inventory. And we will get ready to hop into the next map. But first things first. The stats. The rogue is all power all day, so we're going straight into the attack stat. The Warden, we are going to be doing a lot of building with, so we want to mix these stats up. We're going to go evenly across power, range, and rate to get the most value we can out of all of them. On our Huntress, the Huntress, we're still looking for more range, so I'm going to go all into range right there. I'm probably going to get that up to about 50 before I start going into Fort and some of the other stats. The Monk, we're going to do the exact same thing. So all range, all day on the Monk, getting that jacked up there. And then we've got the EV. Well, we're going to be using Proton Beams and then later on Buff Beams. And we want to go straight power. So I'm dumping everything into power on the EV. And that is going to get it. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's skip the entire rest of medium mode and go directly to hard mode, Ancient Mines. Let's get it done. And here we go. Now we're going to basically build the exact same way as we did last time. So I'm going to start things off with a Roots of Purity. We're going to go with 2 Wisp Dens here. This will be our strong side. And then for our weak side, we're going to go with those Roots of Purity. And then just 1 Wisp Den. So that's all we're going to use to get it started here for Wave 1. Let's just go ahead and fire it up and let the wave run. We're still going to be dishing out the pain here. Hard mode is not a big jump from medium mode. So it's more about kind of going through the motions. It's not a big major difficulty change. Any veteran at all of tower defense can without a doubt skip straight to hard mode right away, just like I did. There's no reason for you, unless you're having fun. If you're having fun, you're doing the right thing, of course. But there's no real reason for you to have to worry too much about playing all the way through the medium campaign, as hard is just not a very big jump over it. So let's just burn them all down. Same rules as always. We want to get all of our DU spent as quickly as possible and start getting that builder bonus each wave and a little bit more XP. So we're going to have to see how we do here and how many levels we're going to get off this. We're level 11 now. This is our 3rd map into the game, into this save file. And let's see. Let's drop another Wisp here. And then let's get Wispy over here as well. I'm going to put a few more over here since this is a double lane. We'll go something like that maybe. And it doesn't leave a ton left, so I'm just going to save what I've got here since I can't get it built out. And we'll just let it fly. Now this may be a rinse and repeat. There may not be much damage put in by these defenses here, as you're just able to power through things so readily on the rogue. I missed them all, darn it. So let's just get them all tagged up. We'll get that noxious device ticking on them, get a little damage in there. A little stun as well, never hurts. And we are just getting it, no doubt. So making our way through, getting all these bads wrecked. I'm just trying to mark as many as possible. You can have up to 8 enemies marked at a time. Of course, the more you have marked, the more that device is going to be applied to once you get it thrown down. So mark them up as best you can for sure, and then wreck them up with your devices. The arcing device is a one-shot for most of the goblins at this state in the game. So, extremely powerful there. We got 3 more enemies, and then we'll be into our final wave. We got some kobolds bringing up the rear. We got yet 1 more right there, and then finally we get 1 right here. So let's go ahead and swap on over to our EV. Actually, do we want more wisps down here? I think let's go 2 more wisps over here, and then say 1 wisp here. And I think that will be in a pretty good shape. And then we'll be able to swap to that EV and get those proton beams laid down, just like we did last time here. Actually, I think I'll just go straight lines instead of going in the X. We'll just make it look all nice like so. Let's grab all of the juice we can now. And I think we're going to be able to get it built out this break right now. So that'll be nice, getting a little bit extra XP per wave for having all of the DU spent. And then we will do the same thing right here. Just 2 proton beams right up the way. And there we go. All of our DU is now spent. It is all GG's. Let's throw an upgrade on each of those and just let the lane fly. Now, at this stage, this is such a powerful early game combo. Protons and Wisps are ridiculous. They're just so strong. You don't even have to do anything at this point. You could use just the combo of these 2 defenses and really play through, I think, the entirety of the campaign. It's just going to wreck. So you see those protons are just shredding. The Wisps aren't even getting these shots off. They're hitting for 223 a pop. How much am I hitting for? I'm hitting for 100 and something, I believe. So, I mean, the protons are hitting almost double what I'm hitting. Let's see here. I'm hitting for 122, so not quite double. But they are hitting like a truck, that's for sure. And we'll just kind of watch them melt here. Now, of course, we're going to have an ogre again in wave 5. Let's get our poisons going, or our devices going, and get these lanes all cleared up. Now, what can we do here? We're going to be able to tag them all. Noxious is not going to be... the cooldown's up finally, but they were just about already wiped from that proton beam there. And let's see, let's dump some ups into this lane, and just let it fly here. At this point, I'm not even concerned too much about the upgrades or anything else. And there's another minigun. That's a potential upgrade, depending on how it rolled. I think for it to get more damage than the default weapon, it has to roll physical, and it would have to be a pretty high roll. Hopefully that's a decent item. We'll have to check it out. It would be kind of funny making it into insane mode, still using the default weapon on the rogue, though. That's for sure. We are getting it here. That noxious poison. As soon as we get napalm unlocked, it's going to be just a huge, huge gain. You see my arcing device is hitting for over 2,000 now, and we're talking mobs that don't have 2,000 health, so that is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous at this state. And then it having the ability to stun ogres is just huge as well. Let's see, let's go ahead and go with another up on each of these proton beams. We've got, what, 80 mobs left, so the wave is far from over, that's for sure. Spread it around and get the noxious going, then we'll spread the marks around and get arcing going. It basically just makes those enemies pop. Just crazy, crazy fast. And let's see, let's grab all this mana and we'll dump some ups into these beams. The wisps are super powerful, there's no doubt about it, but early game, it is hard to dispute the power of the proton beam. It's just absolutely crazy how powerful the proton beam is. It's been that way for quite a while now. The meta for getting through the game in the era of the EV is without a doubt proton beams early on. The only reason you stop using them when you do in nightmare mode is you get those Jinn and the copter ogres and everything that could make that experience a little bit more challenging. And we'll just let it fly here, though. There is yet another minigun, so I'm hoping I got lucky on one of the rolls. I would love, although I think it's funny still using the default rogue weapon, I'd love to get an upgrade, that's for sure. So let's spread a bunch of marks around and get napalm is now unlocked, so we can get that going. We'll get noxious going over there. The napalm device hits like a truck. It's ticking for 753 without really even having any gear on, so just good stuff. I mean, it's really difficult to compete with that. So mark up as many as we can. We'll get the napalm ticking. We'll mark up as many as we can here and get the poison ticking. And then we'll clear the remainder out with the arcing. And then just burning them up too. Wave 5 now. We should have our ogre coming. So let's go ahead and get ready to distract. And the ogre shouldn't be too tough to contend with here on hard mode. But, you know, it never hurts to have it stunned up in the proton beams. And there is Mr. Ogrelicious now. I'm going to go ahead and get everything dotted. We'll get our devices popping. In fact, let's get them popping on the ogre. Let's double up on the ogre and see if we can get a little of that health burned away. Now, we've got the rest of the mobs just burning down, no problem. How's the ogre coming? Actually, we got him down pretty good with the devices so far, so not too bad there. He's in the beam now, so let's go ahead and stun him. We'll get the rest of our devices going. Let's get the napalm going. And the ogre is just wrecked, no doubt. get as many of these marked as possible, and then we'll napalm that crowd. Looking pretty good. Wave 5 is just about in the bags. It's not there yet, but it's pretty dang close. But there we go. That was Ancient Mines on hard mode. So that's our third map ever played. And guess what, y'all? We are skipping forward again. So the next run, we're going to be visiting this map one more time. But we're going to do it on Insane. But that will do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.